علي بن أبي طالب صلى الله عليك يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله الحسين. May Allah grant us all their ziyarah in this life and their shafa'ah in the next life. Illuminate your hearts and your majlis with a loud salawat for Muhammad and Al Muhammad. Muhammad, Ali Muhammad. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The land of Al-Ghari, Kufan, Dhahr al-Kufa, Wadi Salam, or as better known as Najaf, is one of the holiest lands on earth. It is a land that contains the bodies of 370 prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, according to Imam Al-Sadiq. It contains the grave of Prophet Adam, Prophet Nuh, Prophet Hud, and Prophet Salih. And last but not least, the land of Najaf contains the grave of the second greatest creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is Al-Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. And when you read the story of the history of the grave of Imam Ali in Najaf, it is truly fascinating. It is a very unique story. For average people like you and I, we usually have our graves after, inshallah, a long life. We have our graves chosen after we die. It's chosen in the graveyard. Maybe some of us, we are able to buy a grave, or maybe my father bought my grave for me. But for the majority of us, our graves are chosen after we die. Our graves are prepared. They are dug by the undertaker after we die. But for Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, his grave was chosen, was prepared, and was dug thousands of years before Imam Ali alayhi salam died. And this is what makes the story of the grave of Imam Ali so fascinating. And you find that throughout those ages, the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam went through many stages, sometimes difficult circumstances that we'll speak about, until it finally evolved into the beautiful, majestic shrine, maqam, that we see today in Najaf. And when you go, may Allah grant you all the tawfiq to visit Amir al-Mu'mineen in Najaf. When you go and visit that holy shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, you cannot help but get goosebumps because of the majesty of Imam Ali alayhi salam, the greatness of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. You are so humbled when you are at that scene, the shrine of Al-Imam Ali. Now, it's important that we understand the history, brothers and sisters, of this grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam before we visit Imam Ali next time, inshallah. And I'd like to speak about its history and why Imam Ali was buried there, and who was the one that prepared the grave of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And I will give you all of this based on the ahadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And there is a book written by Sayyid Abdul Karim ibn Tawus. He is the nephew of the famous Ibn Tawus. There's a famous scholar, 800 years ago lived, Sayyid Ali ibn Tawus. This is his nephew. He compiled a book called Farhatul Ghari. Ghari is Najaf. And he compiled all the traditions regarding Najaf, regarding that area, Wadi Salam, Kufan, Dhahr al-Kufa, Ghari. He compiled it in a book that we have today. So inshallah, we will discuss this tonight as we commemorate the second night of the Shahada of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. So the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam tell us that it all started during the time of Prophet Nuh. So you're talking 5 or 10,000 years ago. The traditions tell us that the largest mountain on earth was right over Najaf during the time of Prophet Nuh, thousands of years ago. That entire area was a mountainous area. And on top of the area where the grave of Imam Ali is now, was the largest mountain on earth. Until Allah Azza wa Jal flood the earth, the flood of Nuh. His son, the Quran tells us, he said, I will not join you, my father, in your ark. I will seek refuge on a mountain. The Quran says, قَالَ سَآوِي إِلَى جَبَلٍ يَعْصِمُنِي. I will go to a mountain. And he went to that mountain that was on top of the area of Najaf today. Nuh told them, قَالَ لَا عَاصِمَ الْيَوْمَ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ. No one will seek refuge. No one will be safe from the plan of Allah unless you join the ark. So the flood happened. The son of Nuh perished. And the traditions tell us that the mountain that he sought refuge on also was destroyed and crumbled by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The mountain crumbled in that area. After the flood finished, a large sea formed. That sea was called the Sea of Nay, or Bahar Nay. The tradition says throughout history, this sea, it started to dry and dry and dry until it became very little. And that's why if you go to Najaf today, you will see Bahr al-Najaf. There is a lake, the sea, whatever they call it, behind the grave, behind the shrine of Imam Ali alayhi salam. I have seen it multiple times. So the traditions tell us this was much larger, but it began to shrink and dry until people started calling it Nay, the place of Nay, Jef. Jef means what? It dried up. So that sea of Nay, it dried, and the area slowly got the name of Najaf, or Najaf as we call it today. And subhanallah, when you go to Najaf, brothers and sisters, I have personally seen this. In the outskirts of Najaf, you will see very large hills, not mountains, hills, but you can tell those hills, water has eroded them. It's like they have been cut. And it's very clear that they used to be immersed in water and they underwent erosion. You can see this today. So the traditions tell us this began from the time of Nuh. Now, Al-Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam is narrated in one tradition saying that while Prophet Nuh was on the ark sailing on the flood, Allah ordered him to turn towards Mecca. He arrived to Mecca on the ark, on the water. Allah ordered him to do tawaf around the place of the Kaaba. Because the Kaaba, we have traditions, it wasn't built by Ibrahim for the first time. No, Ibrahim was building it the second time. Adam, we have traditions state, he was the first person to build it. And we have even traditions that state it was even before Adam. Prophet Jibreel built the Kaaba. So either way, he did tawaf on his ark around the Kaaba. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to execute a very important mission. What was that mission? Allah told him that Prophet Adam has been buried close to the Kaaba. This is the hadith of Imam As-Sadiq. Prophet Adam is buried next to the Kaaba in a mountain called Jabal Abi Qubays, right next to the Kaaba. Unfortunately now, this mountain of Jabal Abi Qubays has been demolished. But I know some older people who went to Hajj 40, 50 years ago. They say that we remember that mountain overlooking the Kaaba, and it's mentioned in so many traditions of Rasulullah and the Imams of Ahlul Bayt. He's buried in Jabal Abi Qubays. Nuh, you have a mission. What's the mission of Nuh? You have to go and exhume the coffin, the body of Adam. You have to retrieve it on your ark and take it to the land of Najaf. And the hadith says, Nuh went and he extracted the coffin of Prophet Adam, and he took it to Najaf, to Kufa. The Quran says that the ark of Prophet Nuh, where did it settle? When did the flood finish and Allah drained the water? The Quran says, وَاسْتَوَتْ عَلَى الْجُودِي, an area called Judi. According to our traditions, many traditions of Ahlul Bayt, that area was Kufa. That area was Najaf. So when the flood finished, he came down from the ship. The first mission that he had, he carried the body of Prophet Adam, and Allah ordered him to bury it in an area called Al-Ghari, which is exactly where Imam Ali is buried today. He took him to that area, he dug a grave, and he buried Prophet Adam in that area. After he buried Prophet Adam, the hadith says, he prepared 2 graves right next to the grave of Prophet Adam. One grave would be his grave, Prophet Nuh. He was then buried right next to Prophet Adam. And who does the 3rd grave belong to? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Nuh, dig this grave for the successor of the final messenger, Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The successor of the final messenger will be buried there. And this is exactly what Nuh did. And then he even wrote, he prepared a slab and he wrote on it, this is the grave of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Al-Shaykh al-Saduq narrates a hadith from Kulthum. Who's Kulthum? The daughter of Imam Ali. She says, I attended the burial of my father Imam Ali alayhi salam with my brothers Imam Hassan and Hussein. She said, they took the coffin. I'll talk about exactly what happened in a few minutes. They took the coffin, and then Imam Hassan uncovered a grave that was already prepared. They did not have to dig anything. They did not have to prepare anything, because Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, thousands of years ago, was ordered by Allah to prepare the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So anyway, Kulthum, as narrated by Shaykh al-Saduq, says that I was with my brothers, they uncovered the grave. She says, I saw the slab. I saw a slab written in it in a different language, in a Semitic language, Syriac language. What was written on it? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is the grave that Prophet Nuh preserved and prepared for Ali ibn Abi Talib, the successor of the final messenger. She said, I saw this inscribed on the slab. Subhanallah. So Prophet Nuh alayhi salam prepared that 3rd grave for Al-Imam Ali alayhi salam. Now, fast forward until Prophet Ibrahim. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam is narrated. Also Shaykh al-Saduq narrates it. He says that during the time of Prophet Ibrahim, who came centuries after Prophet Nuh, Prophet Ibrahim one day was traveling in that area of Iraq. He came across the area of Najaf, the area of Kufa. So he decided to settle in that area. It was a village. The hadith of Imam Ali says that area was a very strange area because it witnessed frequent earthquakes. All the time they had earthquakes and they didn't know what's going on. Until Ibrahim and his servant, they went and they slept one night in that village. That night, for the first time, it was peaceful. There were no earthquakes at all. The people of the village were surprised. They knew something had happened. They asked around. They found out Ibrahim is there. He had spent the night there. So they realized that Ibrahim was a special man, because his presence somehow prevented the earthquakes from continuing. So they asked Prophet Ibrahim, can you please live in our city? Can you please move to Najaf? Can you move to this area of the larger Kufa? Ibrahim told them, no, I will not move here, but I am willing to buy this land from you. They told him, we'll gift it to you. He said, no, I will buy it. And the hadith says he did indeed buy the land of Najaf, all of it. It became the personal property of Prophet Ibrahim. Once he bought that land, his servant who was with him, his helper, he told him, he was confused. He told him, Ya Ibrahim, why did you buy this land? Basically, it's a useless piece of land. It's barren. It's infertile. You've been to Najaf. It's a desert. It's hot. What are you going to do with it? Ibrahim told him, no, do not say this. This land is one of the most blessed lands on earth. This area of Wadi Salam, Dhahr al-Kufa, Al-Ghari, Al-Najaf. He told him that 70,000 people will be resurrected from this land, and they will be taken from their graves directly to paradise. يُحْشَرُونَ مِنْ قُبُورِهِمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. We talked about that the first night. There are some people where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even hold them accountable for anything. They will not see any hisab, any reckoning, no questions asked. From their graves, straight to the paradise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim tells his servant that 70,000 people who will be buried in this land, they will be amongst those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will honor without any reckoning. They will go to paradise. And then he said, Allah will give them the power of shafa'ah, intercession. So Ibrahim alayhi salam showed that this is a very important land. It's not an average land. Now this is during the time of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. And it seems that Ibrahim knew that Adam and Nuh was buried there. Fast forward until the life of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he became the Khalifa, he moved the capital from Medina to where? To Kufa. So the Imam now lives in Kufa. Behind Kufa, southwest of Kufa, is the area of Najaf, the original Najaf, Al-Ghari, or Wadi Salam. And it was overlooking the city. It was on a high rise. It was overlooking the city of Al-Kufa. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam is narrated by one of his companions. His name was Uqba ibn Alqama. Uqba ibn Alqama says that Imam Ali, one of the first things he did when he moved to Kufa, he went to that area of Najaf. It was just villages people owned. There wasn't anything there. He went and he bought that entire land. The entire land of Najaf, Wadi Salam, that entire area, Kufan, he bought it for 40,000 dirhams. He was asked, why did you buy it, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen? Imam Ali said exactly what Ibrahim said thousands of years ago. He said, سَمِعْتُ حَبِيبِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ يَقُولُ. I heard Rasulullah say, Kufan. So remember, this area has many names. Dhahr al-Kufa, Kufan, Al-Ghari, Al-Najaf, Wadi Salam. This is all the same area. The area that Imam Ali alayhi salam is buried, and north of that area until the city of Kufa. So Imam Ali alayhi salam said, I heard Rasulullah say that from this land, Kufan, 70,000 people will be resurrected straight to paradise. And I wanted this land to be mine. I wanted them to be resurrected from my land. So the entire land of Najaf, brothers and sisters, Wadi Salam, it is the personal property today of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and whoever inherited Imam Ali alayhi salam. Now, this land, brothers and sisters, came to be known as Wadi Salam, the Valley of Peace, and the largest cemetery, graveyard on earth. You can just Google it. You will find that it is in Wadi Salam. And I'm sure some of you, when you visit Imam Ali alayhi salam, you've seen that huge cemetery. It's approximated that it's almost 6 million people are buried. 6 million people are buried in this maqbara. Prophet Adam, Prophet Nuh, Prophet Hud, Prophet Salih. So Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, he bought that land, Wadi Salam, Najaf. And the traditions tell us that he would frequently go to that area. He would go and there was nothing there. He would go and he would just have some solitude, some free time all by himself by the land of Najaf. And the traditions tell us that he would look at that land and he would say, أرض كوفان ظهر الكوفة ما أطيب قعرك وما أطهر قعرك. He would say, how pure is your soil, how pure is your dust. And then he would say, Allahumma ij'al qabri fiha. I ask you, Ya Allah, to make my qabr, my grave in this land, in the land of Najaf, in the land of Wadi Salam. There is an interesting hadith that one of the companions of Amir al-Mu'mineen by the name of Habb al-Arani narrates. Habb al-Arani, this is found in the book of Al-Kafi. He says that one day I went with Imam Ali to Dhahr al-Kufa. And there were already people buried there. It was already a graveyard. Slowly people were being buried in that area. He says, I went with Imam Ali alayhi salam. When we arrived at that site, he said, all of a sudden I noticed Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. He just stood and he looked as if he is speaking to someone. Habb al-Arani says, I looked, I see nothing. Desert, some graves. So I wait. The Imam, it's like he's conversating. But who's he talking to? I can't see anyone. But I said, this is my Mawla, my master, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Let me not interrupt him and disturb him. He says, I waited and waited and waited and waited. The Imam wouldn't finish. It's like the Imam is giving a speech. The Imam is engaged in a conversation. He said, so I got tired, I sat down. He said, I got tired from sitting down, I stood. And then I sat down. I didn't know what to do. It took forever. So then he said, I took off my abaya, my cloak, and I put it on the floor. I told him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I'm sorry to disturb you, but please take a seat. Please sit down. You've been standing for hours. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, please rest. The Imam told me, Ya Habba, do not disturb me. فَإِنَّهَا مُؤَانَسَةُ وَمُحَادَثَةُ مُؤْمِنٍ. He said, Ya Habba, do not disturb me, for I am conversating with believers and I'm keeping them company. Habba says, I looked. What is the Imam talking about? There's nothing there. I cannot see anything. So he said, I asked Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Ali, what do you mean? Who are you talking to? Is it bodies? The Imam told me, no, innaha arwah. While Habba was looking at Alamul Mulk, Amir al-Mu'mineen was communicating with Alamul Malakut. He said, I am communicating, I am speaking with the souls and the spirits that are here in Wadi Salam. Then Imam Ali told Habba, oh Habba, لو كشف لك الغطاء. If you were able to see what I can see, يعني the veil would be removed from your eyes, لرأيتهم حلقا حلقا. You would see thousands, hundreds of believers. They're just gathering with each other in round circles. And they're talking to each other. And they're conversating with each other. So I was likewise conversating with them because Allah has removed the veil from my eye and such that I can see these spirits. And then Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam said these beautiful words. He said, and any believer that dies anywhere on earth, doesn't matter where the body dies, Allah Azza wa Jal will order the ruh, the soul of the believer, to go to Wadi Salam. The souls of all the believers, after they die, will gather in Wadi Salam. And then he said, وَإِنَّهَا يَا حَبَّ بُقْعَةٌ مِّن جَنَّةِ عَدْنٍ. And this area, Wadi Salam in Najaf, this is paradise on earth. It's a piece of heaven, a piece of paradise on earth. And that's why you find that that area, brothers and sisters of Najaf, is such a blessed, holy area. It's an area that Amir al-Mu'mineen says, it's a piece of paradise on earth. And the souls of all the believers will gather there after they die. And that's why our scholars state that one of the benefits of being buried in Najaf close to Imam Ali alayhi salam in Wadi Salam is that Allah Azza wa Jal will not punish someone in their grave. Allah Azza wa Jal will forgive the person's sins in the grave due to Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wassalam's presence being near. And you will not be asked by Munkar and Nakir, the questioning of those two angels. One of the benefits of being buried in Najaf is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save you. Allah will exempt you from that. And that's why you find that it's a sunnah. You see this today. It's a very common practice that when someone dies anywhere in Iraq, you will find that they send the body to where? To Wadi Salam, to Najaf. Go to Najaf and just stay for a couple of hours by the grave of Imam Ali, the shrine of Imam Ali. You will see countless coffins. They bring them by the grave of Imam Ali and then they take them outside. Wadi Salam, the grave of Imam Ali is technically in Wadi Salam, but the graveyard, it starts maybe a couple of 100 feet outside the haram of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. You will find hundreds, maybe every day, they will bring them from all over Iraq to bury them in Wadi Salam. Not just from Iraq, from neighboring countries. People I know from Iran, they're sent there. People from Kuwait, from Saudi Arabia, from Lebanon, from everywhere you can imagine. They die, but they write in their will that I want to be buried in Wadi Salam. Why? Because I want to be close to Imam Ali. Because this is the land that 70,000 people will be resurrected straight to paradise without any accountability or reckoning. Because this is the land that Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Jannatun. He says, Jannatu Adnin, Buq'atu min Jannat Ad. It is a piece of paradise, and all the souls of the believers gather there. And 370 bodies of prophets are buried in the land of Wadi Salam. Al-Dulaymi or Ad-Daylami was a scholar, lived hundreds of years ago. He has a book, Irshad al-Qulub. He mentions this beautiful story. He says, one day while Imam Ali was visiting that area, because he used to always visit it, all of a sudden the Imam notices someone coming from far. He's coming from the south side. The Imam, as the person approaches and comes closer, Imam Ali alayhi salam notices it is someone who is carrying a coffin. And he has arrived to Najaf, Wadi Salam. So the Imam called him. He told him, who are you? What are you doing here? He said, I am from the land of Yemen. Yemen, that's far from Najaf, couple of thousands of kilometers. He says, I came from the land of Yemen. What are you doing here? I have carried the body of my father to bury him in Najaf. Imam Ali tells him, why? Why didn't you just bury him in Yemen? Why carry him all that way? He told him, because my father wrote in his will, he told me, when I die, I want you to take me to this land of Najaf. Because I have heard, possibly his father had heard from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. For I had heard that someone will be buried there in the future. And this individual, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the shafa'ah such that he can include in his shafa'ah as many people as Rabi'a and Mudhar. This was an Arabic expression. These were the two greatest tribes in Arabia. So if you wanted to make an expression about something that's great, a lot of people, you would say the tribes of Rabi'a and Mudhar. So Imam Ali alayhi salam, or this person that the father is speaking about, he would be given shafa'ah such that thousands or millions of people would be granted his shafa'ah. So I brought my father to bury him here. Imam Ali told him, do you know who that man is that your father spoke about? He told him, no, I do not know who that man is. Imam Ali told him, this is me, Ali ibn Abi Talib. I will be buried here. And it is I that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised that shafa'ah. And then he told him, let's bury your father together. And that was, it seems like, the first person that was buried because Imam Ali alayhi salam were to be buried there. And this was before Imam Ali was buried by a few years. So like I said, it became a sunnah of the lovers of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib that they write in their wills, I want to be buried next to my Mawla in Wadi Salam, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib. What a great honor it is. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all that honor, that we are able to be with Ahlul Bayt in this life. When we die, close to Ahlul Bayt, in our graves, in Al-Barzakh, and on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, we ask you to never separate us from Ali ibn Abi Talib, to never separate us from Muhammad and Al Muhammad, inshaAllah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So we said Imam Ali made a dua. He said, Ya Allah, make my grave likewise in this land of Najaf. Until Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was struck by Ibn Muljam. We spoke about that last night. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib was struck and he gave his wasaya, his last wills, to his sons, Imam Hassan and Hussein. And amongst the wills that Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali, told his sons, he told them, my dear son Hassan, my dear son Hussein, when I die, this is how you will bury me. You will do ghusl to me, to my body. Then you will put the kafan around me. And then you put me in my coffin. He told Imam Hassan and Hussein, only carry the back of the coffin. The coffin has how many sides? 4. He told them, carry the 2 rear ones, Imam Hassan and Hussein. The 2 front ones, do not carry them. Why? He said, for Allah will send angels to carry my coffin. And subhanallah, this is exactly what happened. Imam Hassan and Hussein said that we placed Amir al-Mu'mineen's body in the coffin. All of a sudden, the front of the coffin, it was lifted. And we lifted the rear, the back side of the coffin. Imam Ali then said, just follow the angels. Wherever the coffin goes, go. And that is where I will be buried. Imam Hassan and Hussein carried the coffin of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And they went at night. And this was the wasiyah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Very strange. He's the Khalifa. He's the ruler of the country. But he asked his sons, Imam Hassan and Hussein, to bury him privately in complete secrecy, such that our traditions tell us only a few people attended the burial of Imam Ali, similar to the burial of Fatima Zahra. Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Abdullah ibn Ja'far, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah, and Kulthum. Possibly Zainab alayhi salam, possibly Al-Abbas, even though their names are not explicitly mentioned in any report. So only the close circle of the family members of Imam Ali attended the burial of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. So he told them that you will take me, you will follow the coffin until it will take you to a grave that has already been planned, it has already been preserved, it's already been dug, it's already been prepared by Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. You will bury me in that grave. And subhanallah, Kulthum says, I saw exactly everything that my father said in his will. It came true. She said, I went out with my brother. The coffin was being carried by the angels until it arrived at a site. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, he struck with a shovel on that area. All of a sudden he covered a grave that was prepared, that was ready for Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. And she says, I saw the slab of Prophet Nuh saying, this is the grave that Nuh, the Prophet of Allah, has prepared for Ali ibn Abi Talib, the successor of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now the question is, why did Imam Ali alayhi salam ask Imam Hassan to bury him at night in complete secrecy? Why? One of the Imams was later asked by his companions, why was your grandfather buried in this way? Why didn't they allow everyone, hundreds of thousands, he was the Khalifa, would have attended the burial? The Imam said, because Amir al-Mu'mineen wanted to intentionally hide his grave from the Khawarij, from Bani Marwan and Bani Umayyah. Because these vicious enemies of Allah, they had plotted that once Imam Ali is in his grave, we will go and exhume his body. They wanted to go and uncover the body. That's how much hatred they had. And do not be surprised, brothers and sisters. We saw what ISIS did a couple of years ago. Not Imam Ali. If they could, I bet you they would. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always deprive them. But what did they do to Hijr ibn Adi, which was one of the most loyal companions of Imam Ali? A man who was killed by Muawiyah simply because he was loyal to Imam Ali. This happened in Syria a couple of years ago, I remember. They went to his shrine. He has a small shrine. This is a companion of Imam Ali. Not only did they bomb the whole place, but they claimed that we dug the grave and we exhumed his body and they hid it somewhere. Allahu Akbar. Look at these enemies of Ahlul Bayt. Absolutely no red lines, brothers and sisters. And we saw what they did to Imam Hussein years after that. So Imam al-Sadiq says that Imam Ali told his son Imam Hussein to keep his grave secret. And in fact, Imam Ali, he told Imam Hassan to make 4 graves, 3 of them fake graves, so that the real grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam would be hidden. And that's why for the next couple of decades, people had no idea where Imam Ali was buried. The grave of Imam Ali remained a secret throughout the life of Imam Hassan, throughout the life of Imam Hussein, Imam Zainul Abidin, and Al-Baqir. No one knew where the grave, only the Imams of Ahlul Bayt and the closest of their companions. And the first account that we had of someone visiting the grave of Imam Ali was whom? Al-Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. There is a hadith that says Al-Imam Zainul Abidin, As-Sayyid ibn Tawus narrates this. Al-Imam Zainul Abidin, he came to the city of Kufa once. He came to the city of Kufa and he went to Masjid al-Kufa, the famous masjid where Imam Ali was struck. He met Abu Hamza al-Thamali there. Dua Abu Hamza al-Thamali, narrated by that companion. He met Abu Hamza al-Thamali. Abu Hamza was surprised. Sayyidi wa Mawlaya ibn Rasulullah, what are you doing here? He told him, I am here to visit a place where if people knew, if they knew about it, they would go running and crawling to that area. He told him, where? Where is there someone buried in Kufa that we do not know of? He told him, come with me, Ya Abu Hamza. Abu Hamza says, I went with Imam Zainul Abidin. He says, we mounted the horses and we left Masjid al-Kufa as only a few miles away from the grave of Imam Ali. We went southwest towards Al-Ghari. He says, until we arrived at an area, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam came down from his horse. He threw himself on the grave and began to cry. And he told Abu Hamza, Ya Abu Hamza, this is the grave of my grandfather, Amir al-Mu'mineen. For decades and decades, it has been kept a secret because of Bani Umayyah. Because they will come and try to exhume. They will come and try to take out the body of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib and dishonor it. And then he says, I heard Imam Zainul Abidin do ziyarah. And that's the famous ziyarah that we read now when we go to Najaf. It's called Ziyarat Aminillah. He says, I heard Imam Zainul Abidin say, Assalamu alayka ya Amin Allahi fi ardh. وحجته على عباده السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين أشهد أنك جاهدت في الله حق جهاده وعملت بكتابه واتبعت سنن نبيه صلى الله عليه وآله حتى دعاك الله إلى جواره فقبضك إليه باختياره. And the Imam continues, one of the most beautiful ziyaras that you can perform. Imam Baqir alayhi salam, the son of Imam Zainul Abidin, who narrates this hadith, he says, he tells his companion, whoever goes to Najaf and recites this ziyarah, ziyarat Aminillah, he visits Imam Ali with the ziyarah, his ziyarah will be written by Noor. The angels will write your ziyarah with Noor. And then your ziyarah will be taken to Rasulullah. Rasulullah will stamp it. And that ziyarah of yours will be preserved until the 12th Imam will rise. Your ziyarah will be presented to the 12th Imam, and the 12th Imam will honor you for that ziyarah that you did of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Al-Imam Zainul Abidin visited Al-Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen's grave, and then Al-Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he started to visit the grave of his grandfather more often, because now the government of Bani Umayyah had toppled. So there was no longer danger towards the grave of Imam Ali. So we see many reports, ahadith, that Imam al-Sadiq would go, and every time he would take a different companion. He would take him to that area and he would tell them, this is the grave of my grandfather Amir al-Mu'mineen. In one tradition, he went with one of his companions, Safwan al-Jammal. He went with Safwan, he visited the grave of Imam Ali. He told him, this is where my grandfather Amir al-Mu'mineen is buried. Safwan was shocked and surprised. He told him, Yabna Rasulullah, do you permit me to tell some of the Shia? Because no one knows. He told him, yes, tell the Shia. And slowly the news began to spread between the Shia of Ahlul Bayt that Imam Ali is buried in this area, in Al-Ghari, in Al-Najaf, in Wadi Salam. And this is where you found people went to do ziyarah of the shrine of Imam Ali 100 years, brothers and sisters. After Amir al-Mu'mineen was buried, finally, this is when the Shia had the opportunity to go and visit. Or else for that century, no one besides the Imams and some of their companions would visit the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. And then he asked the Imam al-Sadiq, do you allow me to fix the grave a little? The Imam said yes. He gave him some money, and finally he built a very small shrine around the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Until finally Harun al-Abbasi, this is another 30 years after, Harun al-Abbasi is narrated. This is a fascinating story, brothers and sisters. Al-Shaykh al-Mufid narrates this. He says Harun al-Abbasi visited the land of Kufa, and then he went hunting outside in the outskirts of Al-Kufa. He was trying to look for deer and gazelle. So he spotted some gazelle in an area. He had falcons with him and he had dogs, and they would hunt the animals for them. So when he spotted the gazelles, the Shaykh al-Mufid narrates, when he spotted the gazelles, he released his falcons. This is the Khalifa Harun. He released his falcons and he released the dogs. They started chasing the gazelles. This is a very famous hadith, very famous story. The dogs and the falcons, they chased the gazelles until the gazelle, it went on an area that was a little elevated, like a hill. When it went on that area, the dogs backed away. The falcons backed away. And the gazelles found refuge there. Harun was shocked. Yalla dogs, yalla falcons, they would not move. The gazelle moved, started running again. The falcons and the dogs, they chased the gazelle again. So the gazelle came back to that area. It came back to that area. The dogs would not come close to that area. Harun says 3 times I noticed this. So Harun was shocked. What is that area that these wild animals aren't willing to go and hunt there? He said, find me someone. He told his men, find someone that lives in a close village. I'm sure they know who is buried there or what's going on here. They found an old man living in a close village from Bani Asad. They brought him to the Khalifa Harun. He told them, look, tell me what's going on here. I know someone is buried here. The old man told him, if you give me protection and you guarantee that you will not hurt me, I will tell you. He said, yes, I guarantee you. He told him, my father told me that Ali ibn Abi Talib's grave is buried on that elevated place. And the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam is a sanctuary, a place of refuge for anyone that goes there. Even the wild animals will not go and hunt on that area. And subhanallah, brothers and sisters, until this very day, the shrine of Imam Ali, the maqam of Imam Ali, the darih of Imam Ali, it stands as one of the greatest sanctuaries for anyone that is distressed in times of war and violence. Everyone goes and they hang on to the grave of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. Anyone that has a problem, a sickness, goes to the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam, and they ask for their hajat, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants them their hajat. Shaykh al al-Mufid says this is when Harun, he ordered that an actual, legitimate, a proper shrine be built on the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And how beautifully it has evolved today in the great, majestic shrine of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. My dear brothers and sisters, now I want to take you back to the city of Kufa. It's the 20th night of the month of Ramadan. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam was struck last night by Ibn Muljam with that poisonous sword. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam now is on his deathbed. He's on the floor. He can hardly move. He's losing so much energy, so much blood. Amir al-Mu'mineen could hardly speak. Amir al-Mu'mineen was in so much pain. I've seen certain reports that state the strike of Ibn Muljam was so deep that it had reached the eyebrow of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. And Amir al-Mu'mineen was in so much pain, not just because of the strike, but this Mal'oon Ibn Muljam had placed the most toxic type of poison on it. The poison was hurting Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. Amir al-Mu'mineen was surrounded by his son Imam Hassan, by his son Imam Zain, by his son Imam Hussein, by Zainab, by Al-Abbas, Kulthum, all his family members. While they see their father who was like a lion, now he can hardly move. Allahu Akbar, it was very difficult for them to see their father in much pain. Al-Asbagh ibn Nubata, one of the loyal companions of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, he says, I wasn't there in Al-Kufa when I heard what happened to Imam Ali. I quickly came to the city of Al-Kufa. I arrived the 20th night of Ramadan. He said, I arrived at the house of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He says, I see outside the house of Imam Ali something very strange. He says, I see all these little children. They have all lined up by the house of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. I asked some people, who are these? They said, these are the orphans of Al-Kufa. They saw Ali ibn Abi Talib as their father. He was their caretaker. When they heard their father, Amir al-Mu'mineen, was needed help when he was in pain, they came and sat down outside the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen crying, Wa Abatah, our dear father, we have brought you milk. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we are praying so that you can become better. Al-Asbagh says, I was so moved and affected. I tried to enter. Imam Hassan told me it is too crowded. Please, Amir al-Mu'mineen cannot take more people. After I insisted, Al-Asbagh says that Imam Hassan, he allowed me to enter. Al-Asbagh says, I entered and I saw my Mawla Imam Ali alayhi salam on the floor. Never did I imagine I see such a day that this warrior of Allah, Amir al-Mu'mineen, is restless on the ground. He says, I threw myself on Ali ibn Abi Talib and I started to cry and weep out loud. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, what did they do to you? How can they dare do this to you, Ya Ali ibn Abi Talib? Al-Asbagh says, Imam Ali told me, Oh Asbagh, do not cry, فَإِنَّهَا الْجَنَّةِ, for I will be taken to paradise. فُزْتُ وَرَبِّ الْكَعْبَةِ. Al-Asbagh told him, yes, Ya Ali, I know that you will be going to paradise. وَإِنَّمَا أَبْكِي لِنَفْسِي, I am crying for myself because we will lose you. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, how can I live without you? I don't want to live in a life that has no Ali ibn Abi Talib. Al-Asbagh sat down by the body of Amir al-Mu'mineen, crying and lamenting. And then the loyal companions of Imam Ali, they were all shocked. They arrived to the city of Al-Kufa, one after the other. They came to farewell their Mawla, their master, Imam Ali. Hijr ibn Adi, one of the greatest and most loyal companions of Amir al-Mu'mineen, he entered, he saw Imam Ali on the ground. There was a towel that was wrapping his head to stop the blood. He says that the towel was yellow, but the face of Imam Ali was more yellow, it was more pale because he had lost so much blood. Hijr, he threw himself on the body of Ali. He started to kiss the feet of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Mawlai, may my life be sacrificed for you, Ya Ali. This is when Imam Hassan alayhi salam brought a doctor. They say this doctor was the most clever of the doctors in Kufa. His name was Urwa Saluli. He brought the doctor so that he can check on Amir al-Mu'mineen. How is the health of Imam Ali alayhi salam? The doctor came, he sat beside the body of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He analyzed, he checked Imam Ali alayhi salam. He checked the wound, he checked the head of Imam Ali. Then he looked at Imam Ali and he told him, Ya Ali, I ask you to write your wasiyah, your will, because you only have a few hours to live. The poison has gone too deep, Ya Ali. When the daughters of Amir al-Mu'mineen and the sons heard the doctor saying there's only a few hours before Ali would die, they all lamented and cried, Aywa Aliyah, Aywa Sayyida. They had hoped that at least Imam Ali makes it to Eid, so that when Eid comes they could be with their father. But the doctor was saying he only has a few hours, and Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam will die. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Waliya, 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 Waliya. Everybody in the honor of Imam Ali for a couple of minutes, please stand. The youth, if they can come forward, inshallah, for let's me. Everybody. Waliya, Waliya.